So I'm Angad Singh of DPS Akepuram, and I like to tell you how my CUET journey ended this year. And I had scored 943 out of 1000 for the course BCom honors. And first of all, I would like to start with your preparation, how your preparation starts. So basically, with new pattern changes, not just pattern changes, as well as syllabus changes, especially in microeconomics, there's just more of a need to start your syllabus earlier to get ahead of the competition. Of course, as it's a competitive exam. Right. So I would say CUET mock helped me a lot with question banks because they have question banks, not just past year papers. They have all the past year papers as well as question banks, which I went through. Personally, I thought that these questions would not really be appearing on the exams. First and second shifts happened for economics, and then I realized how important these really are. So then I focused more on that. That also helped me to complete my NCRT revision side by side. And that definitely led me to a very wholesome preparation for BSc in economics as well as accounts, in which I scored 100 percentile. So accounts, maybe there were a lot of quirky things in past year questions and in CVT mock के own question banks. So those helped me a lot as well. And especially for microeconomics, NCRT is very important because economics, there's basically they give you the NCRT line and then remove one word from it. And then you have to choose from the four options which word could it be. And in an exam environment, all the options seem correct. So definitely the most important thing for this year's CUET and probably for next year as well would be NCRT. Focus on NCRT. While you're doing NCRT, you should go ahead with mocks. CUET mock test papers, especially for theory subjects, they were a game changer because they have exactly the NTA ka format, which wasn't used in previous years. This is a very new format that NTA has been using, and CUET mock has decoded it perfectly. So going ahead with that, economics mein, and then in accounts is mostly practice as well as theory, because more than 50 or 60% of the paper would be theory, definitely. And CUET mock also gives a lot of emphasis to the theory aspect of accounts because there's new questions, there's new patterns, there's new formats of questions that CUET mock has given to you because you're not exposed to those in class 12 or in class 12 ke boards. I would say CUET coaching is definitely not as important or not does not hold the same weightage that people give it because CUET mein there's mainly practice and there's mainly time management. So for that, mocks are the game changer, right? And going through your NCRT books multiple times. There's no coaching in the world that can teach you the NCRT directly. They can teach you NCRT, but absorbing the NCRT and actually performing with the knowledge is going to be your part in the exam. So coaching's definitely not very important. You can crack CVT without coaching. CVT mock, the question banks as well as past year papers, they're all given in a very consolidated, very sweet and short format. So you can go through them less than 10 minutes each. A lot of practice, especially for accounts as well as economics, and a lot of NCRT based questions, which definitely was a game changer in this exam. So I would definitely recommend everyone who's giving CUET 2026 to take at least one course in CUET mock, to go through the question banks, to go through the past year papers, to go through the past year questions, because it's all given in a very simple and consolidated format. So I would definitely recommend CUET mock for 2026 aspirants. So I also scored 100 percentile in accountancy this year, and that was the NTA top score, which is 249.76.